Hi guys, Martin Follen here. In terms of resource development, today I've just come up with two practical exercises I could use in the classroom to help highlight loci and linkages to my students. Both exercises are really simple and highlight the basic concepts behind loci and linkages. The first one, everyone's probably seen this before, it's the ellipse exercise where I've just I've nailed two nails into the board. I've labelled them F1 and F2. They represent our focal points. I've also just wrapped this string around both nails. I think the string is roughly 35 centimeters long, and the distance between F1 and F2 is 15 centimeters long. So if I just put my pencil inside the string and push out against it, you can see that the pencil follows a certain path, an ellipse. And a principle that students might be familiar with is that, let's say the distance from F1 to the bottom of this pencil, we'll call it L1, and we'll keep it there. And the distance between the bottom of the pencil to F2 is L2. Both those lengths make up the length of the major axis. So this is a really good exercise just to highlight loci for students. It's really easy to set up and it gets key principles across quite easily. Next up is our ladder slider exercise, where you use a trammel just to help plot the movement of P. So let's say this is our ladder and we're standing at P and we've come into an accident where our ladder starts sliding down the wall. What you have to do is, first of all, get your trammel set up so A, P and B are these distances, so AB is the same here and here. Same with P. What I've done is I sectioned this wall up into 10 millimeter increments, so 10 millimeters, 20 millimeters, 30 millimeters, etc. So what happens if I put the trammel? We have to make sure that the trammel is always on the wall and on the floor. So this is our wall and this is our floor. So I'll put A at the first increment, but I have to make sure that B is on the floor. So I'll just set that up there. Yeah, and then that's our first point at P. So A is on the wall and B is on the floor, and C, I've already plotted P there. And I'll just do that at the bottom just to see where we are when the ladder is almost at the floor. So A is there and P is at the floor, and that's our next point. So this just highlights how we can use trammels to help plot our points in terms of linkages or loci.